So why am I choosing entrepreneurship, which includes my business and YouTube, as well as coding, instead of something simple like a 9 to 5? The first and simplest reason is I'm investing in myself. And by doing that, I'm able to learn more skills that are more beneficial to me in the future, as well as able to build multiple income streams, and not just having to rely on one. Traditional jobs pretty much just trap you into one singular job, and you have to rely on that. My mentality in a normal job, in a 9 to 5 job, it's more like feeling that I'm trapped in there. I've spoken about this before, it's the same like feeling stuck. And I want to feel control over my life rather than living from paycheck to paycheck and not having anything in between that. The other important reason is I don't want to live with any regrets. I don't want to look back and wonder, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I try this? I had this idea, but why didn't I act on it? Well, at this moment, I have the opportunity to act on everything, and I'm literally acting on everything. Now, look, I'm not saying this is not risky. It's a risky thing to do. I have a lot of support in my life, so at this moment in time, I'm able to do this. And with all my bills, I am paying my own way, thanks to Amazon and Uber, but that's pretty much where most of my money comes from. Of course, my business makes a little bit of money. It's not like it makes nothing, but the majority doesn't come from it. Not yet, at least. I'm not gonna lie, there are struggles that come with this type of life. This decision to go with this path. You definitely have struggles. Sometimes that comes in the form of self-doubt. A lot of days I'm sitting right over there trying to learn coding, and a lot of the times I feel like I can't do this. I feel like I'm getting confused way more than I should. But it comes down to practice, 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 and I know that, and I'm gonna keep practicing. It's just that the self-doubt sometimes does get to you, and there has been a handful of times where I've just kind of walked away for the moment because I'm just like, what am I doing? What is happening right now? Just when I'm trying to code, I'm just like, help me. Actually, see you later. Also, you kind of sacrifice a life of comfort, I guess. At least initially. Once everything pans out, I think you end up having a life more comfortable than what you might have had just at a 9 to 5. But at the start, it is kind of rough. The goal here is pretty much long-term success. So we are in no way living a fancy lifestyle right now. I wish I was, and I kind of pretend that I am, but I am definitely not. Not yet. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I need a fancy lifestyle to be happy. That's not what I'm saying that for. I'm just kind of referring to the goals I want to achieve, and I'm kind of calling those fancy goals. Because they kind of are fancy goals. Owning a Tesla is kind of fancy. Having a nice apartment in a high-rise is kind of fancy. Wouldn't you think? But let's make sure we talk about why this is worth it. By doing this, I'm creating something real, almost tangible. I'm creating a business. I did create a business. It exists. It makes money. I can create an app. That's almost tangible. And VR, it probably is even closer to tangible than normal. Okay, to be fair, I'm not making VR apps. But still, an app is a thing that can exist in the world and people can use it. And just making a brand, making a name for myself, being known for something. In my mind, that is really cool and definitely worth all of the struggles that come with pushing to be an entrepreneur. I also kind of mentioned this before, but there's no ceiling on the success that you can have as an entrepreneur. A typical job like 9 to 5 pays a fixed wage unless you get promoted, but then, well, technically it's still a fixed wage, usually. But your efforts in an entrepreneurial business effort or endeavor can scale massively. There is untold success from businesses. Making your own business, making your own app, making your own brand, setting something up for yourself. Not only do you create and have your own thing, but you can be wildly successful, much more successful, and financially well off compared to a 9 to 5. You can be a lot happier than a 9 to 5 too, if you really enjoy what you're doing. And you can have a lot more time to yourself. That is one of the biggest reasons why it's worth it to do this. 2025 is the year to absolutely go all in on all your endeavors that you want to go through, push towards, and achieve.